Napoleon Hill, born on October 26, 1883, in a humble one-room cabin in Wise County, Virginia, is widely considered one of the founding fathers of the modern self-help and personal development movement. Despite facing a childhood filled with poverty, adversity, and loss, including the death of his mother at a young age, Hill developed an insatiable curiosity for understanding how people achieved extraordinary success. His life took a transformative turn when he met industrialist Andrew Carnegie, one of the richest men of the early 20th century, who challenged Hill to dedicate 20 years of his life to studying and interviewing the most successful individuals of their time. Accepting the challenge with great determination, Hill spent over 2 decades interviewing over 500 notable figures, including Thomas Edison, Henry Ford, Alexander Graham Bell, Charles M. Schwab, John D. Rockefeller, and many others. From these interviews, he identified a consistent set of principles that he believed could empower anyone, regardless of their background, to achieve success. These findings culminated in his landmark book, Think and Grow Rich, published in 1937, during the Great Depression, a time when people desperately needed hope and direction. The book did not merely focus on monetary wealth, it focused on mindset, clarity of purpose, belief in oneself, the power of desire, and relentless perseverance. Hill's philosophy was based on the idea that thoughts are things, and he emphasized that a person becomes what they think about most. He introduced powerful concepts such as the definite major purpose, the mastermind group, and auto-suggestion, tools that could reshape a person's thinking and therefore their results. One of his most revolutionary teachings was that success begins in the mind, and failure is most often rooted in doubt, fear, and indecision. Throughout his life, Hill himself battled personal setbacks, financial instability, and periods of public obscurity, but he remained committed to his vision of helping ordinary people unlock their extraordinary potential. He taught that the starting point of all achievement was a burning desire, and that anyone who adopted a positive mental attitude could overcome any obstacle. His teachings have stood the test of time, selling over 100 million copies globally and being translated into dozens of languages. Even decades after his death in 1970, Hill's work remains the foundation of countless motivational programs, business coaching systems, and personal growth philosophies. From boardrooms to classrooms, from entrepreneurs to spiritual seekers, Napoleon Hill's influence can be felt across generations. He did not merely write about success, he lived its pursuit, and his legacy continues to inspire millions to believe that greatness is not reserved for the privileged few, but for anyone who dares to believe, act, and persist. Number 1. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. This is perhaps Hill's most iconic statement, and it forms the core of his entire philosophy. He believed that all achievements begin in the realm of the mind. If you are able to visualize a goal, no matter how big or impossible it may seem, and if you sincerely believe in your ability to achieve it, the path to realizing that goal will begin to unfold. It's not about wishful thinking, it's about turning belief into persistent, focused action. The strength of this quote lies in the idea that success is not exclusive to the fortunate or the wealthy. It is available to anyone who dares to imagine and commits to that vision with unwavering belief and determination. Number 2. Strength and growth come only through continuous effort and struggle. Hill taught that true strength is not inherited. It is forged through trials, failures, setbacks, and hardships. Growth never comes in comfort zones. Every great achiever has passed through adversity, and it is this very resistance that builds character and resilience. He encouraged individuals to embrace struggle not as something to be avoided, but as the crucible that transforms ordinary people into extraordinary achievers. Without the pain of discipline, growth remains shallow and temporary. Number 3. Set your mind on a definite goal and observe how quickly the world stands aside to let you pass. According to Hill, indecision is one of the greatest enemies of success. When a person chooses a clear and specific aim in life and backs it with full focus and consistent action, they set into motion a magnetic force. Opportunities appear. People offer help, and circumstances begin to shift. The world favors clarity. It's as if nature itself respects those who are resolute. A definite purpose transforms scattered energy into a concentrated beam that can pierce through obstacles. Number 4. The starting point of all achievement is desire. Hill didn't say knowledge, talent, or resources are the first step. He said desire. Not a weak wish, but a burning, consuming desire that occupies your heart and mind. This desire becomes the emotional engine that drives every action, fuels every sacrifice, and sustains momentum when challenges arise. Without desire, all plans collapse. With it, even the impossible becomes achievable. It's the inner flame that lights the path of purpose and passion. Number 5. Don't wait. The time will never be just right. Hill fiercely opposed procrastination. He argued that perfection is a myth, and waiting for ideal conditions is often an excuse born from fear. Opportunities rarely arrive in perfect packages. Success favors those who begin, who take action with what they have, where they are. Progress comes from momentum, not hesitation. The key is to start now, refine along the way, and never let fear disguise itself as preparation. Number 6. Every adversity, every failure, every heartache carries with it the seed of an equal or greater benefit. This quote captures Hill's powerful optimism. He believed that setbacks are not signals to stop, but invitations to learn. Within every disappointment lies a lesson, a blessing, or an opportunity that often leads to something far greater. Failure is never final if it is viewed as feedback. Hill taught that pain, when faced with purpose, can become the richest soil for growth, innovation, and strength. What breaks one person can awaken greatness in another. Number 7. Success comes to those who become success-conscious. Hill's philosophy rested heavily on mindset. He believed that success is not something you stumble upon by luck. It is attracted by the person you become. When your mind is filled with thoughts of growth, opportunity, confidence, and belief, your actions align with those thoughts. Becoming success-conscious means training your mind to think positively, act decisively, and remain focused on possibilities rather than limitations. You attract what you are, not what you wish for.